was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can patient. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a operation, went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once.
Today, from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 10 of the NFL Sports.
It is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Mayfield on first down. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up...
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league, and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Baker Mayfield sacked.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Mayfield's pass.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a man who was undrafted out of Buffalo, standing at 6'7". It's Tyree Jackson. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
There's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Complete.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football. You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
He's going to fire one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Logan. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Riley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. This is caught. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He's going to air one out. 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a good turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete.
Jackson.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going. Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Flushed out right. He's got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he fires one incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Over the middle, complete. That's Riley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
To number 17.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Rams 7, Saints nothing.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Jackson.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
at the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got an open man, it's QT. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun to give to Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 27 yards there, a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody to run him down.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good.
Yeah.
Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better. Okay,
either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he fires one, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Los Angeles.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mayfield on play action. Looking deep downfield. And Mayfield six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown. Boy, he's playing well.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Complete to number 15.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight up. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He'll find Jones again, complete. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score for the return touchdown. Touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. 25-yard line. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter. Finished with over 300 yards on the night. Later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
36-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. Open man is QT, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
35.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 23.
So here are the Rams to take over. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
6.
From the 27, Jackson is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Rams.
Now Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Jackson's pass.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Saints, nothing.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get into the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's caught by QT.
Mayfield.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Ronald Jones, the ball.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short game. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want, they go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback, no chance on that fourth down.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Jackson from the shotgun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Again, Jackson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 8 yards out. And the Rams have got it on cruise control.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped it.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
9-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the carry, it's Logan. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Riley. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense is trying.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Complete to number
From 21 yards away. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Sam Sloman for the PAT.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mayfield. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Saints on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield with it once more. Man, he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. In that play, they wound up losing yardage.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. From the shotgun. Here's a give to Akers. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Left side, it's complete. Jackson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. He's going to fire one deep. And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown.
They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And for Mayfield, this could be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
What was that, Rep?
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They decipher that one correctly.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught. Oh, to grab there. He's got it for the touchdown. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going to slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Mayfield to throw it. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. And this one complete downfield on the left side. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
At the 32-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. A short little throw taken in by Reed. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's caught. It's Thomas. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Sanders set to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. That is going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for L.A., they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next.